Hello everybody in Internet Land, it's Mr. Eldred here in the School News Studios. I thought as it's half term, I'll make a special little programme of entertainment all about autumn that you can watch and enjoy at home with you and your loved ones. We had intended on making a brand new school news, but time ran out faster than a gingerbread man from an old lady in a kitchen. So here it is, a little bit of old and new and borrowed and blue videos to keep you entertained over the half term. Keep happy, keep well, keep safe, and I hope you enjoy the content of this programme. See you soon.
Polish up your school shoes for school news.
Our autumn programme celebrates all the marvellous things about this most wonderful of seasons. We will celebrate the magic of autumn, learn a bit about autumn celebrations and fill the airwaves with the finest of autumn songs, chosen by our pupils and sung by our fantastic school choir.
What a hoot, said one very verbally concise and wise owl.
Our first song is called Autumn Days and was brought to the autumn table of awesomeness by none other than Miss Berryman of Poetry Corner fame. She was heard to say,
"Here's a song that will amaze about those lovely autumn days, a song of thanks, a song of cheer about this special time of year."
It was written by a lady called Estelle White, whose life was rather amazing, I can tell you. She wrote dozens of hymns, played piano, guitar, clarinet and tenor saxophone, helped in the Second World War, entertained troops in Palestine and Egypt, became a physiotherapist, helping children with cerebral palsy, became a nun, then, fanfare please, became a teacher. The cream of the crop as far as professions go. Phew.
Autumn Days gained further fame or infamy when a few years ago choir mistress Carol Timms and half of her choir quit when the vicar, the Rev Andrew Parsons, asked them to sing the hymn, which included the line about jet planes meeting in the air to be refuelled. The choir thought it was all too modern and not appropriate for church and so walked out.
Cool, who'd have thought? Sing along with us to the congregation splitting Autumn Days.
Autumn days when the grass is jewelled and the silk inside a chestnut shell. Jet planes meeting in the air to be refuelled are the things I love so well, so I mustn't forget. No, I mustn't forget to say a great big thank you. I mustn't forget. Clouds that look like familiar faces and the winter's moon with frosted brings. Smell of bacon as I fasten up my laces and the song the milkman sings. So I mustn't forget. No, I mustn't forget to say a great big thank you. I mustn't forget. With drops sprayed and the rainbow scattered and the swallow curving in the sky. Shoes so comfy that they're worn out and battered and the taste of apple pie. So I mustn't forget. No, I mustn't forget to say a great big thank you. I mustn't forget. Scent of gardens when the rain's been falling and the meadow dancing down the street. Picked up engine as they circle in the stalling and the wig for my own tea. So I mustn't forget. No, I mustn't forget to say a great big thank you. I mustn't forget.
Our next harmonious harvest hit is Cauliflowers Fluffy, also known as Paintbox. This is a favourite with our pupils, and to put the icing on the autumnal harvest cake, it is also Mr. Knight's favourite song. If time had allowed, he had probably said something like,
I'm as pleased as a plumped pomegranate that Cauliflowers Fluffy is in our school harvest festival celebration this year. It's my favourite song.
But sadly, our packed programme just didn't allow the time for such pleasantries.
Cauliflowers fluffy and cabbages green, strawberries sweeter than ever seen. Beet fruit purple and onions white, all grow steadily day and night. The apples are ripe, the plums are red, the poor beans sleeping in the blankety bed. The blackberries juicy and rhubarb sour, marrows fattening hour by hour. Gooseberries hairy and lettuces fat, radishes round and runner beans flat. The apples are ripe, the plums are red, the raw beans sleeping in the blankety bed. Orangey carrots and turnips green, grinding tomatoes and easily green. Rabbit eggs with little heaps, down in the tubs when celery seeds. The apples are ripe, the plums are red, the raw beans sleeping in the blankety bed. The raw beans sleeping in the blankety bed. The raw beans sleeping in the blankety bed. Yeah! You will not believe what we have achieved out in our community.
Hello, I'm Luna and I love tap dancing. So I've been tap dancing for 5 years and I won this for the highest score for my tap and this gold medal for my tap. This is a song that's called It's a Good Day.
I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. You know you gotta get it going if you gotta make a showing. And you got the right away. 'Cause it's a good day for paying your bills. And it's a good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath. Throw away the pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away the pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night.
And this week's good news from Newington. We've got ourselves a beautiful new leaf blower, and you'll see the video of that soon. Also, every roof is going to be replaced. We've got new roofers coming in on Wednesday next week, and they're going to give us some nice new roofs to stop any leaks we've got. Everyone will be grateful for that. And every single classroom, every office has got themselves a beautiful new green bin. We intend to up our recycling by at least 50% now, so we, all of us at Newington, can save the world. And even better than that, you're going on half term.
Very good news with Mr. Joy. Newington AAA Radio, ambition and achievement and aspiration. Newington AAA Radio, ambition and achievement and aspiration.
I think I ought to warn you, we're off to Poetry Corner.
Now it's time for poetry and Miss Berryman. She's a very big poetry fan. Poetry Corner!
Oh, hello there. Welcome to our brand new show. I really ought to warn you that spider webs and spooky rhymes fill this poetry corner. A teacher features in this tale, a scary one at that, with a green face and a cauldron, a broomstick and a cat. Does that sound like a teacher? Or have I got all confused? The poem's by Winsor Ferguson, and this is how it goes. I think my teacher is a witch, for I have found some clues. I've seen her black and vicious cat, her pointy hat and shoes. She even has a cauldron and a book of magic spells, and if I dare look close enough, a warty nose as well. And when I found her broomstick, well, it all fell into place. So I took it upon myself to ask her face to face. Oh, miss, I know your secret. You're a witch and there's no doubt. I think it's time to spill the beans and let your secret out. Oh, calm down, dear, she cackled, and she gave a twisted grin. I'm not a witch, it's Halloween. Oh, where should I begin? Each year upon the 31st, October's final day, we all dress up as beasts and ghosts to scare those ghouls away. And that is why my face is green, and I'm dressed all in black. Tomorrow you'll be glad to see your normal teacher back. Oh, and I felt so embarrassed and my face went hot and red. I'm sorry I called you a witch and for those bad things that I said. She smiled, and as I turned to go, she shrieked some crazy ode. A spell, I think, for quickly I was turned into a toad.
Poetry Corner!
Our next bit of autumn awesomeness is none other than the Harvest Samba, a popular song amongst pupils and teachers. But can you challenge yourself and do the two intertwining melodies at the end with members of your family or members of the class? They intertwine like an autumnal branch of an autumnal tree. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Harvest Samba.
Cabbages and greens, broccoli and beans, cauliflower and roasted potatoes taste so good to me. Apricots and plums, ripened in the sun, oranges and yellow bananas, good for everyone. It's another harvest festival, where we bring our fruit and vegetables, 'cause we
Our next little apple bob into the vaults of the past comes from a request from Cosmos class in year 3, Mrs. Hess's class, who love singing the 5 times table song. We have a whole range of times table songs on the internet for you to learn at home and for you to practice with, and this is their favourite. It's the 5 times table. I think they just love Mr. Moore and his grasp of everything 5. Enjoy and learn at the same time.
Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. Let's make them fingers jive again. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. You guessed it, make them fingers jive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. Make them fingers jive real naughty. 10 times 5 is 50. 11 times 5 is 55. 12 times 5 is 60. One more time, let's make them jive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and a 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Man, make those fingers jive. And a song beginning of learning.
While we were putting together our autumn show, we stumbled on what can only be described as a bit of treasure, probably better left undisturbed. There, hidden below a bundle of autumn leaves, was a radio special all about bonfire night, made way back in 2018. It tells the story of when Guy Fawkes very nearly blew up Parliament. Also includes scenery, cheering performances from Mr. Knight and Mr. Ford, who even speaks in a dialect from a land far away that we think might be Yorkshire.
November is a time when we celebrate bonfire night.
On the 5th of November every year, people all over Britain enjoy lighting bonfires and setting off fireworks.
This annual tradition is a way of remembering the events of November the 5th, 1605, when Guy Fawkes very nearly blew up the Houses of Parliament with gunpowder.
But I'm curious to know, who was Guy Fawkes? Why did he do what he did?
And who had the knives out for forks? I've just made a cutlery joke, which is all part of the Silver Service. Anyhow, our new video drama may help us understand more.
I am Guy Fawkes. I became Catholic when I was 16. Catholics in England were persecuted by King James and we weren't allowed to follow our religious beliefs. This made us very angry, indeed. I became a soldier and learned all about gunpowder. I was approached by a man called Robert Catesby who asked me to help him get rid of King James by blowing up Parliament.
I heard about this bloke, Fawkes, who knew a lot about gunpowder, and I thought, you know what, I could use a bloke like that to help me with a little something to aid the Catholic cause. I was the brains behind the gunpowder plot. Not that history remembers me. No one burns a Robert on bonfire night. Nobody says, ooh, you're one of the cool Roberts. Or, oh, he's one of the good Roberts. Oh no, it's Guy, and Guy. It's all you hear these days. But there you go, I suppose.
But as the group worked on the plot, it became clear that innocent people would be hurt. Some of the plotters started having second thoughts. One of the group members even sent an anonymous letter warning his friend,
who was Lord of the Houses of Parliament, to stay away from the buildings on November the 5th. This warning letter reached the king, and after several searches, the king's men discovered Guy Fawkes and the gunpowder.
It's a fair cop. I've been rumbled. I had enough gunpowder to blow up buildings within a mile of the Houses of Parliament, and I would have gotten away with it too if it hadn't been for those meddling guards in that anonymous letter. Catesby may have been the brains, but it was I who smuggled 36 barrels of gunpowder into a cellar below Parliament. It was I who guarded the gunpowder, and it was I who was going to light the fuse. Unfortunately, it was also I that got caught.
Guy Fawkes was brought before King James and later killed for treason.
Although he was never put on a fire, people remember Guy Fawkes each year by making figures of him and burning these on bonfires.
This radio show is sure to a fiery start.
It's been an explosion of fun.
Hold on a minute. Rein it in for 60 secs. Slam down the brakes for a 60th of an hour.
It's all very well being a firework fun star, but you need to remember that fireworks and fire can be very dangerous.
With this in mind, we have devised a few rules to keep you safe on bonfire night.
We've put our ideas into a list
for you to recall in the autumn mist.
A practical list for you to admire.
To keep you safe from fireworks and fire.
Roll
the clip!
Don't let off fireworks near animals or pets. Animals' ears are much more sensitive than ours, and they can get easily frightened. Keep pets indoors.
Only let an adult light the fireworks or bonfire. Point the fireworks away from your house and stand well back.
Never ever ever point the fireworks at people, and you must never ever ever throw them.
Never return to a lit firework that has not gone off. It could explode at any moment.
Enjoy sparklers safely by wearing gloves and holding them at arm's length. When a sparkler goes out, put it straight into a bucket of water.
And finally, have a great safe time. Hooray!
Newton AAA Radio Show, yeah!
For our final harvest treat, it is one of our very own school songs. Another year's harvest is here again, but I forgot to put in the claps. So I wonder if you out there in internet land can put them back in, because the chorus goes, Amen, 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 Amen. Another year's harvest is here again. Amen, Amen, Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Another year's harvest is here again.
The rain and the sun makes the seeds grow. A field full of plenty, the farmer sows, and when it is ready, we gather it in. Another year's harvest is here again. Amen.
Harvest,
a happy Halloween,
and a safe and happy bonfire night. Woohoo!